Kayla. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm just really wondering why you came to see me today.
I want to talk to you about my relationship with my mom.
Okay.
So when I was younger, my mom, we had a perfect relationship up until I was in the sixth grade, sixth or seventh grade. So in starting in sixth grade, my mom started disappearing. I had a younger sister, and since my bus came last, I used to be stuck with my sister, with my baby sister, babysitting her because my mom wouldn't come home.
Okay.
Um, that almost resulted in me failing the sixth grade, and I had to transfer schools and everything. But I still didn't understand why she was always gone. Come to find out, my mom was on drugs, and she started coming home and going through withdrawals and having attitudes and trying to fight me and my oldest sister. And it just made our relationship go downhill. I hated when she was at home. It was just terrible.
So you hated it when she was at home?
Yes, because I just felt like it was peaceful when she wasn't there. As soon as she came home, she had attitude. She was trying to fight us, and I didn't want to disrespect my mom, so I didn't hit her back. I never hit her back. But once I got older, I'm like, okay, no, we're not gonna do this. I started fighting her back, and it just got worse. It got worse. I ended up like my 16th birthday. I didn't get anything, nothing, because she smoked all the money. um, and she tried to blame it on my dad. That's actually how I found out that she was on drugs.
Okay.
On my 16th birthday, my mom was like, we was upstairs, and my dad was in the living room, and she was like, we can't get you anything on your birthday today because your dad spent all the money. My dad overheard it and he got mad, so he came upstairs like, no, that's not what happened. You smoked up all the money. So I'm looking like, what?
So you telling me that you found out when you were 16, or you found out when you was in sixth grade that your
This
mom was?
No, I found out when I was like on my 16th birthday, but in the sixth grade, I
You,
realized she was always gone and she was always having attitudes.
okay.
So that's when my daddy basically let it all out, and I'm like, what? And back then, my favorite candy was Snickers. So my dad, being that my mom smoked all the money, he went and bought me a Snickers and put a candle in it. My mama thought that was so funny that she went and got a little Debbie cake and put a candle in it and was basically mocking my dad. Like, oh, happy birthday. And she just bust out laughing. I'm like, this is not funny. You just smoked all the money and ruined my birthday. And it was, hmm.
So what I'm hearing is around the sixth grade is when you start feeling the effects of your mom doing drugs, smoking drugs, whatever. And around the time of on your 16th birthday is when you found out that she was actually doing drugs.
Right. And it just went downhill. It just got so bad to where we were getting 5-day notices because she was taking all of the money out of the account. And we ended up getting evicted my sophomore year in high school. And I chose to go with my dad because my mom was always fighting me. She was always putting me out, calling the police on me. And I never, like, my dad was really laid back. I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I don't blame my dad, but I just feel like he allowed it to happen. Um, he didn't say nothing. So, but I still chose to go with my dad. My mom was basically house to house after we got evicted. And I didn't talk to her. I got my first job when I was 16. Um, and I bought my own school clothes, school supplies, everything. And I didn't talk to my mom at all. And she would like call my oldest sister, and she'll be crying to her like, "Can you please have her call me? Can you please just have her talk to me?" And I was like, "No, I don't want anything to do with you."
So going with your dad, how do you think that may have um, changed the path that you were on?
What do you mean?
Uh, when you say fighting with your mom was one of the reasons why you didn't go with her, do you think that it would have been a lot worse? It could have been a lot worse for you with her calling the police on you, um, if you would have went with her versus your dad.
If I would have went with my mom, it would have been worse. For one, she didn't have anywhere to go. She was bouncing house to house, um, and we just didn't get along at all. So it was just it would have been horrible. It wouldn't have worked.
So it sounds like that wasn't an option, period.
No.
Okay.
So my I have a baby sister. She's 15 now. She went with my mom. She went with my mom, and they were staying like 1 week with my grandmother, 1 week with my auntie until my mom got a house. So my mom, she found an apartment, and I think my little sister probably was like in the like fourth grade, like fourth or yeah, she was like in the fourth grade.
Mhm.
My mom was still doing drugs.
Okay.
The sheriff came and put all her stuff outside while my little sister was at school. My little sister got off the bus. She came home and the house was empty. She was just sitting in the living room crying because she thought my mama left her. We went to help her because the sheriff was like, "You can take what you want, but everything else we gonna put it in storage, in a storage for you." So she like put all her clothes and stuff in boxes. We're helping her move her boxes, and she disappeared because she went to go smoke.
So how did that make you feel?
It irritated me. Like, you just don't have a care. You don't care about nothing. Your daughter is sitting here crying, thinking that you left her, and you don't care about us. We trying to help you, and you still leaving.
And right now, how are you guys' relationships?
Um, it's okay. It's better than it was before. I can talk to her. I mean, I don't know. We talk a lot more, but I just get irritated by her. I can only talk to her on the phone for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call you back. Um, I don't like she's needy. She always asking for money, and I don't like borrowing her money. She claims she's clean, but I still don't like borrowing her money because I don't know where it's going to, and I don't condone in buying
So
crack.
it sounds like you still have maybe some either resentment or kind of still feel like she may be out there here and there while she's asking for money.
Yeah, I feel like she's not. I feel like she's lying.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you found out, well, you were helping with taking care of your sister at an early age when you was in the sixth grade, um, staying home from school, and you guys were fighting and arguing quite a lot. Police was called on you, and at 16 you kind of found out what exactly it was that had you and her fighting all the time, um, and it was heartbreaking because it was your birthday and your dad tried to do something special for you and she made fun of it and that made you feel even worse. So now that you guys are older and she says she's clean, you still feel like she's lying to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you wanna?
So for our next session, um, I want to discuss more on of you and your dad's relationship, how you guys are getting along, um, for our next session. Okay.
Oh, okay.